Hello and welcome to Brake Check. Today I'm going to do a quick walk around on this 2021 Chevy Silverado LTZ, and it's a little bit special in that it has got the diesel in it. And that's pretty cool. We've driven this before in GMC trim, and we're going to try it now with Chevrolet's version of it. So quick walk around. There is something to note about this compared to the GMC. It has a different front fascia, which actually gives it better highway miles per gallon. We've talked about that before, and we're going to talk about that more on the full review, but right now I'm just going to kind of give you a quick showing of what we have here. This one has the red paint. It's a Z71, and it happens to be a Texas edition, because why would you need any other edition? Might as well have it for Texas, right? This has 20-inch wheels. It does have Goodyear Trail Runner ATs. These are actually really quiet, and part of that is this felt lining in the fender liner. GM's done a really good job lately of making quiet interiors. I really like that here. Let's go check out the inside a little bit. Open the door, you've got a power step, and coming inside you have black leather interior. Now, one of my favorite things of this is it has a column shifter like it should be, which means you have all kinds of room down here. You've got a wireless charger, you've got a spot for your COVID protection, you've got a spot for your wallet. It's all good to go. You also do get a row of toggle switches, and this one being loaded out at $65,000, which is actually the going rate for loaded half-ton trucks these days. There's no dead buttons at all. If you had seen our previous review of the Trail Boss Custom, we had a lot of blank buttons, and that was because it wasn't loaded out, but it was also very cheap, which is really cool too. Bring it to the rear. It's one of my favorite things of the GM interiors is that on the trucks at least is you have thoughtful storage. Most trucks, this is wasted space. But here you can put all kinds of stuff. I actually put my son's toy rock crawler remote control truck in there the other day, and it fit perfectly. Really neat. Because we have a loaded model, we also have a center armrest, which I like. And there is a sunroof up front. It is not panoramic, which I actually prefer because it allows you to have a nice big cutout for the rear seat occupant here, which is nice because we've driven a lot of new trucks lately where I can't sit in the rear. But in this one, as you can tell, plenty of room. That's better than the Ford and the new Tundra. Really happy with that. Now, in the back we have USB-C and regular USB charging, AC vents, and your typical cigarette lighter. I can't wait till that goes away. I don't think anybody needs that anymore. Rear cup holders here and here, and of course, some faux wood trim. An LTZ would not be complete without that. Most importantly, the front seats are heated and cooled, which is very, very good. Now, to the rear. Okay, this is a diesel. Diesels are known to be noisy. I'm going to show you how quiet this one is. We're gonna remote start it real quick. Really quiet. Now, when you're driving this thing around town, it does give you a little bit of that diesel sound and feel. But it's actually really refined and quiet. It's not quiet or Lexus-like as the Ford Powerstroke 3-liter diesel, but definitely being the inline 6 is more traditional and has gobs of torque. We really like that a lot. So stay tuned for the full review. We'll talk all about that. But right now, let's bring up the rear. We've got the perfect tailgate step. We've also got 4 and 7 pin. All these different harnesses back here. You do also have the trick porch step tailgate, which is cool. And a flip up handle here. Makes it very good to egress in, and my children seem to like this one the best because it's mostly like a sandwich shop for them. They play in the bed and make me sandwiches theoretically. It's pretty cool. More on the diesel. Let's look under the hood real quick. And there you have it. There's your turbo right up top, easy to work on. This is a Duramax, inline 6. Which is really cool. This is not a 3-liter V6 like you find on the Ram or on the Ford, and we really like it. It kind of reminds us of the old Ram or Dodge Cummonses back in the day. Really cool, really happy with that. You do have bracing in typical GM fashion and that kind of stuff. But again, very quiet. I'm gonna start it again for you up front. Now, once you're inside, let's crank it up. it is remarkably quiet. We've got a gauge sweep right here. You do have a digital center section on the gauges, but you also have analog dials around it. Very, very quiet. You have your normal GM controls over here for four-wheel drive, fog lights, bed lights, that kind of stuff. And your normal center stack here. We do like the infotainment on the GMs. I do wish the cluster would dim separately from the gauges. They seem to be tied together, and at night, this thing's really bright. And once you get this thing low enough, the gauges get really dark. Not a big complaint, minor quibble. We do like that you have auto climate control and dual zone. That's gonna about cover it for this. Please stay tuned for the full review. That'll be coming out in about a week or two. And thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.